This is a story that I heard, I think it was back like in the late 70s, and probably no one in this room has heard it. And at the time I had a girlfriend who had grandparents that lived up on Camino Island. And one time I was up at these grandparents' house, probably 78, 79, somewhere in there. And the grandfather, he knew that I was a descendant of Roland Hartley. And he was telling me a story that he knew from the time back when Roland was in office. And I think at this time, this guy would have been a pretty young man in Seattle. And he lived, I think, in the Queen Anne neighborhood. And he told me about how in Seattle, in this neighborhood where he lived, they had a particular police officer, and I don't know if it was Seattle Police Department or Washington State Patrol or who he was, but he was a police officer who was known for just being very ornery, kind of a problem in the neighborhood, difficult to get along with, really not a nice guy at all. And he was telling me this story that on a particular day, there was a person in the area, can't remember if it was a man or a woman, but it was Roland's personal secretary. And the personal secretary came into contact with this police officer, and there was some type of incident. I don't remember the details. I probably did 30 years ago. But there was some type of an incident with Roland's personal secretary, and the grandfather of my girlfriend told me that after that particular day, no one ever saw that cop again. He was gone. And this guy, I mean, he wasn't embellishing to make up a story. He wasn't a descendant himself. He was just telling me a true story that he remembered as a young man. And after this incident, no one ever saw that cop again.